Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Yo, shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game. A-side official. No negotiation needed, period. Salute to the first in the building, Mike on deck. Salute to Tough Glove Boxing. Salute to you. I see y'all in the building. Salute to the ones that's on their way in. We're going to get down to it. For some reason, I don't even get your notifications, man. I don't get a lot of people notifications. I don't know why that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, you click on YouTube and you don't even see the people live. You have to, go down and stroll down to the bottom and see who's actually live, man. They don't even show up in the algorithm time. If you subscribe to the channel, you click on YouTube, they should show if they live. I don't get no notifications or nothing. But appreciate you pulling up, bro. Jay on deck. Suit WCS, he better run it back, or Eddie Hearns ain't putting more money on his books. So we're gonna talk about the obvious. People know who was over here listening. That I think I did 2 to 3 lives already, talking about Devin Haney and what he should do, regardless of the suspension. I pretty much put it out there that this is the biggest fight he has. They can go over here and say whatever they want. I don't care, man. People can come over here and say it wasn't nobody else out here talking about it. And I'm not even one of those, Devin Haney channels at all. All I was doing is just being logical about it. Ryan Garcia is built into a rivalry. I know the Haneys was listening, regardless if they want to admit to it. But after I finished off my last live, my earlier live today, he sent out this tweet. He said, "No BS though. I'm happy it wasn't a DQ because I wouldn't want to win like that. Once this suspension is over, at Ryan Garcia, let's run it back. Clean on even playing field. Biggest fight in boxing." So somehow, some way, him and Bill had a conversation. And I said, this is how you establish a rivalry while it's hot. You don't let Ryan Garcia go away. You don't let this become, smoke. You stay with it, because not every fighter has a rival that is a moneymaker. Garcia happens to be a moneymaker. Right or wrong, Garcia is a moneymaker. So this is a special position to be in for Devin Haney, being that he needs a dance partner to get the check that he got before. It makes all the sense in the world. I don't need a accounting freaking degree to put this information out there. There are very limited fighters today that have a dance partner that can make them some money, and they're able to dance for 3 fights. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury did it. It's nothing like a rivalry. Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin did it, even though the first 2 was what count. You know what I'm saying? And then he fought 7 more times and then came around and just gave Triple G. It's just the point that he gave Triple G a trilogy though. But the first two is what mattered. And this is what I'm saying about Haney and Garcia. There's so much drama that was going on with you all, especially with this positive test and how he boasts about coming in purposely overweight. You know, he just basically put everything out there and rubbed in your face like it was fresh mud mixed with a little bit of manure, hot piping manure. That, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like he gave you a facial. You know how they be giving you them mud facials at the spa? Yeah, pretty much Ryan Garcia did that. You know what I'm saying? He tried to pretend like he was crazy. And then he pretty much brought the attention to the fight, though. I have to credit him for bringing the attention to the fight. He did. He brought the attention to the fight. And then the fight went down the way it was. But I was being totally genuine and organic and telling him, you can't let Ryan slip out because there's nobody else out there that's going to give you the payday that you're going to get with Ryan Garcia. There's nobody out there that you're going to be able to establish a rivalry with besides Ryan Garcia at the time. A lot of dirty work has already been completed there, Devin. You know that. I don't need the page turn and take you through some chapters. We don't need to go through the index. You already been there. You know what the index consists of. He beat you. He was dirty. His A and B came back. Now the suspension comes back. Suspended for a year. You get your loss overturned. It's a no contest. I mean, you sitting pretty right now. So if you select your next move carefully and line up another fight with Ryan Garcia, which why wouldn't Ryan Garcia return for a rematch? I'm pretty sure if I'm thinking the way he might be thinking, he may not. He's pretty much enjoyed this global tour. But he's thinking also, let me go in there and prove that I can win and be clean without no positive tests. With no positive tests. And then Devin, it's a lot of people that want to see him go back in there and prove that he can beat Ryan Garcia with no negative test. I mean, with no positive test. He can go in there and beat a clean Ryan Garcia. So both of these fighters have something to prove. But the good thing about it, they already fought one time, and it was full of controversy for all the right reasons. For real. For all the right reasons, this fight was full of controversy. You got the controversy building up to the fight. You had the weigh-ins was full of controversy because Ryan didn't make the weight. You know what I'm saying? Then you get into the fight. You had the controversy. No one never seen Devin take that punishment like that, right? Then you lead a fight. 19th and the 20th, the test come back positive. Now you having Ryan testing positive for performance enhancing drugs. So when I say everything was right about it, it's the fact that it's a lot of controversy. Controversy sells like this. And when you have the biggest paycheck again, this time it has a lot of backstory and history attached to it. Why not do it? And that's pretty much what I said earlier today. And it's good that Haney was listening, because you have people that's always sending links anyway. You know what I'm saying? You have those dang pro bono snitches out here. They always send us links, and probably they sent this link and it backfired. You know, they sent the link and Bill and Devin was like, you know what? I don't fuck with WCS, but you know what I'm saying? He's making a lot of sense. We don't need to let this slip away. During the 1 year suspension, we need to keep this active. We need to goddamn try to get this fight active and get people to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we need to keep this active because he's right. You're not going to be able to establish another rivalry. I'm pretty sure Devin don't want to go through the whole process he went with Ryan Garcia. And who are you going to get that's going to go through the lengths that Ryan Garcia did with all the freaking characters, the personalities? You know what I'm saying? One minute he Jimmy Swaggart, he's a Christian, he's a pastor, he's an evangelist. And next minute he's Lucifer himself. the satanic god of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Then he's the cool, calm, you know what I'm saying, Hollywood Ryan Garcia. And then he turns into the boxer. I mean, the man was wearing I don't know how many personalities, bro. I almost diagnosed him with schizophrenia. You know what I'm saying? I almost goddamn prescribed him some medicine. But the commission said, hey, you can't do that, man. That's gonna pop. He's already I think he's already hot. His piss was glowing as we know it. Don't give him no prescription right now. Wait till after the fight. I'm just saying Ryan presented the entire act. And Devin don't want to go through that with nobody else. Now that people know everything that happened, this is a fight people will want to see. I don't know if it's the biggest fight in boxing. Maybe after, Crawford gets done and whatever else goes down, maybe we're talking about something else. Maybe the attention will be focused on Ryan returning back from suspension, and they can make this fight happen in Vegas. I'm telling you, people, this fight will be pretty big in Vegas to determine who's really the man, for real. The promo can get behind it. It has a lot of drama behind it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of lies. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to put Ryan Garcia's freaking positive test, ahead of everything. They're going to ride that shit out. If they want to turn it into something very intriguing, yeah. Bring up all the dirt. Come in there with the shovel swinging. That will build up for a real good rematch. And then depending on how the fight goes in the rematch, because you gotta look Antonio Tarver and Roy Jones. When Antonio Tarver knocked out Roy Jones, he didn't knock him out the next fight. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come in there with a different strategy. See, you're gonna get casual boxing fans looking at it like, oh man, it's no way Devin can go in there and beat Ryan Garcia, even if he's on pace or not. And then you're gonna have some people saying, well, Ryan Garcia got them, he get off the pads. The real Devin will be able to go in there and have a better outcome. So you're gonna have people contemplating. They're gonna be undecided. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna build up the hype for this damn rematch. So, shout out to the Haneys for listening. Real talk. Let me get to this chat, the hottest chat in the MFing game. Tyrese is on deck. What's good? What's good? He better run it back or Eddie Hearns ain't putting no more money on his books. Well, with that situation, like I reiterated earlier today that Shaw News put out there, it didn't make any sense for Eddie Hearns to involve himself in the purse bid when he just signed Jaron Ennis. Yes, Devin Haney has more accolades than Jaron Ennis, but that is the future star that they're trying to work with right now. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to work with Jaron Ennis to build him up, not Devin Haney. Devin Haney is not signed with them. So who would they look like going in there, going into a purse bid just because Devin Haney used to be signed with him? No, they ain't playing that game. A shout out to you, Tyrese. You already know what it is, man. Salute to you. Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz, the OG in the building. What's good with it, Bruce? Toby Bartlett on deck, Mr. International in the building. Salute WCS and the hottest chat in the YTC. We're global. We're global, no doubt about it. Facts, we need rematches and trilogies. Tank and Shakur need to get busy. Boxers seem like they don't want to do a trilogy, bro. Especially if the fight was difficult. That's what separates the old school from the new school. I mean, I see trilogies in mixed martial arts all the time. Yes, all the time. I see trilogies. I can go easily 10 fights that's been a rematch or a trilogy. Easy. But in boxing, not so much. And why is that? Why can't we get boxing rematches? At least a rematch. You know what I'm saying? At least the rematch, we can't even get that. That seems to be a problem. It's people feeling some type of way about Emmanuel Navarrete and Oscar Valdez. I mean, I don't know why it's difficult for a rematch, but this fight right here with Haney Garcia, I mean, it has enough momentum behind it to last 12 months or 10 months until he get out of this suspension. And it'll go by pretty quick. But if they keep it relevant, keep the spark going, you know what I'm saying, keep the smoke, keep people tuned in, I think it'll work out good for them. Real talk. I think it'll work out good for them coming back. I can respect the Devin just run it back, dog. Let's rep this once and for all. I mean, we got 10 months. This is going to be something that either works out for these two or not. They got 10 months, man. And then you have to look at the decision making process of Haney. What is he going to do with his current status as WBC super lightweight champion? How's that going to work out? In order for this fight to happen, I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Devin don't need a belt for this fight with Ryan Garcia. He doesn't. This matchup right here is a part of so much controversy to people don't even look at the belt status. They don't even look at the championship because they wasn't fighting for a championship. He came in 3.2 over. They wasn't even fighting for a championship. Nobody cared about a championship. And they're not going to care about a championship in the rematch. Yeah, it would be good if Ryan Garcia can pick up a belt. He's been interim WBC champion, but that's not what this fight is all about. People don't care if it's a freaking belt on the line. This is all about revenge. This is all about the rematch. This is all about redemption. Can Devin go in there and redeem himself with such a one-sided performance? Can Ryan Garcia be clean and go in there and reciprocate the same performance? Can he? No belt has to be on the line, man. Devin don't need a belt to go in there and make this fight happen in 10 months. For real. I mean, that's just my opinion on that. He took that, chased the ghost away, coming seriously. Yeah. Yeah, he probably heard you too, Bruce. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? He probably seen all that up there on the screen. You know? He probably said, God damn it, I got Bruce up here making comments about me. Damn. Maybe I do need to goddamn, tune into that live and see what's up. You know what I'm saying? It's Ryan that. I don't have time to be talking about all that bullshit. I can't change. I can't change that. He getting suspended. Okay, he getting suspended. But let's talk about what's next. Let's talk about something to make more money. If they made millions together the first time, and you seen Ryan on the apron, right? Ryan's trying to get a rematch with Tank. And just like I said about a belt, Tank is gonna have a belt. Tank is gonna have a belt. But the one thing that makes this fight different with him and Devin, in my opinion, that I want to see rather than him and Tank, is that he stopped Garcia. He stopped him to a point where it wasn't no controversy behind it. He stopped him. Both fighters, tested well. No positive test. There was really no buffoonery before the fight. No, it wasn't excessive clowning. Ryan Garcia didn't undertake this character with Tank. He didn't. He didn't go into crazy character mode with Tank. They were just up there bullshitting and talking shit. But when it came to Devin, the whole entire inception, the inception of the promo is what started to stand out to people. So much to the fact where they said, is Ryan Garcia competent enough to fight? Is he mentally stable? That right there, people, that drew people in. They said, oh my God, Ryan's going crazy. He got too much on his mind. Then Ryan was talking about Bohemian Grove and all this other stuff. I'm like, man, he got these people tuned in. And then time he won, he said he was laughing at y'all. Oh, y'all actually thought I was crazy. Just laughing, bro. I want to see Devin versus Garcia more than I want to see Tank, because Garcia didn't stop Devin. You know what I'm saying? He didn't stop Devin. He earned 3 knockdowns. He didn't stop him. But Gervonta stopped Garcia. So to me, that's a difference. Like, I haven't seen Tank rematch anybody as of late. And what would be the purpose of him rematching Garcia? I mean, with this fight with Devin and Garcia, it's actually a 50-50. Real talk. People believe that the rematch is going to be different. It is. It's not going to be the same. No matter what y'all think, it's not going to be the same outcome. It'll be absolutely blasphemy to think that Team Haney will come in with the same plan they had the first time. And then for Garcia to believe that Team Haney is going to come in with the same fight plan they had the first time. It's not going to happen. So the fight's going to be a different replay when they step into the square. If they step in the square, it's going to be different. It was no stoppages. It was drugs involved, performance enhancing drugs. You know what I'm saying? He came in overweight. It was just a lot of variables that tell us we want to revisit this fight at a different date. Point blank. Point blank. That's where we at with it. It's crazy to think Ryan is a proven drug cheat, and everyone is scrambling to get his signature once his ban is up. Devin, Tank, etc. And people like Big Baby Miller, they want ban for life. Well, I didn't really hear anybody talking about Big Baby Miller being banned for life when he popped, and blew millions of dollars. I didn't hear people talking about that. Shout out to you, Carlos. What's good, man? What's up with you? See you in the building. WCS salute, hottest chat in the MFing game. No doubt, brother. Hope all is well your way. To be honest, it didn't matter if Ryan popped dirty or not. One of that helps out Devin's fragile chin. But see, the way I look at it heading into this second fight, people are not going to consider to give Ryan a 70-30 chance, a 80-20 chance. They're not going to go in there and say that Devin Haney has a small window of hope. No, they're not going to say that. Why? Because he had pads in the system. That's why. You know how easily it is to manipulate the psychological perception of human beings once they have seen something? Once they have seen something play out. They have seen what happened to Devin. So that they saying, hey, Devin, you know what I'm saying? He got beat up. And then, they killing him on X. They killing him. Real talk, they killing him. I refuse to pull up the damn thread, even though that's a whole entire live on. I don't know. Don't tempt me. They killing him. It's the suspension result. Them handing down the suspension is fresh. I ain't trying to dump some other shit on him, but they killing him over there. So when it comes to him and Ryan stepping back in the square, yes, was dirty. So people are going to look at that. They're going to process it, man. They're going to see, okay, yeah, we seen what played out, but he was dirty. Yeah, he went in there and Osterine doesn't improve skills. Yes, but he was dirty. People are going to start looking at it. Okay, they suspended him. We want to see a clean Ryan in there with a Devin at a higher weight class. We want to see this at 147 now. So nobody can be incredibly drained, because you got to look at it. They're not gonna say it, but Devin made weight. And it was probably tough on him to make weight, being that he balloons up too. If they have the fight at 147, I guarantee you, y'all, this fight is not going to be lopsided like it was at 140. Believe me, Devin would be a fool to have this fight at 140 in a rematch, because there's no way that Ryan Garcia can make 40. So it's pointless for me to even talk on it. But watch what I say. Devin know it. He just haven't put it out there. He know it. That fight, the rematch is not going to be at 140. He knows it. So it's pointless for him to even hold on to a WBC title unless they're going to fight at a catch weight in between 40 and 47. Which to me, I'm going to be honest, don't make sense, because if I was Devin, I would rather just fight at the welterweight division, put myself in the rankings, let's go. Shout out to Blue Hustle in the building. What up, WCS in the chat? What up with you, man? What's good? I probably have a panel this weekend, bro. You know what I'm saying? To talk about this. So y'all mark your calendars. I'm probably gonna do a panel and talk about this. I just want to wait for the weekend because I had stuff to do and all that. I remember Blue asking me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll definitely do it this weekend. Eddie said in many interviews the Zone weren't interested in the Haney fight. So if his network wasn't interested, why would he bid? Correct. I mean, that's somewhat what you said earlier in the previous live. Correct. But, people look at it and look, this is how they're looking at it, Toby. They're looking at it in a sense where they have their hate blinders on, right? And they're saying that, yeah, the reason why he didn't bet on it because Devin's not a ticket seller and he's not this, he's not that. They just look at it in a sense that Devin is not a prize fighter like that. He's not a fighter who's bringing fans to the venue in the masses. So that's the reason. They trying to make it seem like Eddie just didn't want to spend the money on it because he didn't care. But in reality, the reason why he didn't take the time is because exactly what you just mentioned. They wasn't interested, and from what I'll take from Shaw News situation that he put out there too is the fact that they just signed Jerron Ennis. They're focused on him getting big fights, not Devin Haney. Jerron Ennis is signed, and Haney isn't. Devin has got friendship and business mixed up with purse bid. This ain't personal. This is business. In my Leon Muhammad voice. Yeah, for sure. For sure, man. It ain't personal. It ain't personal at all. But see, you said something that was very important. You said, this ain't personal. This is business. Devin has to be mature enough to understand how this whole process works. Just because he doesn't see the green lights popping on at the intersection for him to just go through and think he has the right of way and it's smooth driving. He has to mature enough to understand what is going on at this point in his career. He has to understand that. It seems like he don't understand it. He's thinking him and Eddie was cooler than that and he should have bid. No, man. Boxing is a business. Sometimes they don't give you the business side. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it does seem a little personal. But at the end of the day, they say boxing is a business for a reason because a lot of people make money off the sport. That's why they refuse to regulate the sport, because there's so many people that's making money from it. So with them making money, they're able to do certain things that we may consider nefarious, lavish, sneaky, maniacal. Seriously, bro. Only the strong survive in the hustle when it comes to boxing. The weak get walked and stomped on and kicked into the corner. Tank is gonna sleep, Dev. I haven't really mentioned anything about Tank fighting Devin Haney. See, that's another thing. For Team Davis to even consider fighting Devin Haney. Like most of what they do, they go into fights like Tank's last 4 opponents had O's on their record, right? Yes, Devin has an O, but he's coming off a fight with Ryan Garcia, which, you know, his team probably like, well, do you really want to fight Devin when he lost to Ryan Garcia? And then it's gonna be conversation where he didn't actually lose. He was on pace and all that. But still, we seen what happened. Devin couldn't hurt Ryan. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna start breaking it down and really being very descriptive, scrutinize a little area that could be the same in the rematch and all. I'm telling you, it wouldn't do no good. It wouldn't be feasible for Tank Davis to fight Devin Haney right now. If he goes in there and defeats Ryan Garcia in the rematch, then it'll be good for Tank. But if they plan on moving up to 147, I don't see Tank moving up to no 147 and fighting Devin Haney, who's gonna be like 160 on fight night, unless he put a freaking rehydration clause in there. You feel me? I mean, that's where I'm at with that. Devin fights Ryan, you're gonna get the same results. I don't think so. I'm gonna say right here, it's not gonna be the same results, y'all. It's not gonna at 147. It's not gonna be the same results. I'm telling you, one fighter made weight. Devin is just as big as Ryan Garcia in between fights. One fighter drained himself to make weight. The same thing we seen that happened with Frank Martin, coming there looking like the black African American Skeletor, cheekbones sticking out. You could have hung jury on it. He goes in there and rehydrate. He looked good the first half of the fight, but your body catches up. That losing the weight, it catches up with you. Yeah, you look strong. When your body start to acclimate to the rigors of that aerobic, anaerobic type workout you got going on, man, come on, bro. The effects of you dropping that weight and having a hard cut, it showed his face. The same thing with Devin dropping down at 135 when we seen him drawn in. Then he made weight to make this fight with Ryan, and Ryan came in 3 pounds over. He didn't go through the struggle. So yes, he was going to be stronger, and he had pads on him. So to come in overweight and you have performance enhancing drugs in your system, you trying to tell me this fight is going to be the same in a rematch? It's not, bro. Y'all shouldn't even think like that. It's not. Just because, look, what do you thought when Roy Jones was stopped by Tarver? That was a bad freaking knockout, man. Did he do it the next fight? No. He didn't. That was a bad knockout. He hurt him. All because he dropped down from a higher weight class, man. Your body, man, is still your body at the end of the day. You can't switch out components, man. You can't order from Amazon and do a freaking, 2 long freaking replacements. You can't upgrade your lungs. You can't put freaking cheetah strands of cheetah fibers in there and gorilla fibers and your blood take. You know what I'm saying? And you able to move like and have the strength of a gorilla who eat leaves and vegetation. Come on, man. We human at the end of the day. They fight at 147. This is not going to be one-sided like you think. It's going to be a very competitive fight because both fighters are going to be on weight. And if they do it with no rehydration clause, both fighters are going to rehydrate to a big weight. It'll be stupid for either fighter to have a rehydration clause in there. And that's where I'm at with it. They fight at 147. Title or no title don't freaking matter. No rehydration clause. It's not going to be like you think. They can say what they want. They can say what they want about Devin. He got a glass chin and all that. I'm not defending that. All I'm saying is, when you get a healthier fighter, £3 to get even or below 140. If you're talking about not having to lose that 7 pounds and you don't have a rehydration, man, come on, bro. It's gonna be some better moments in there for Devin, and it's gonna be some moments, some very good moments in there for Ryan Garcia. It should be a damn good fight. We finna get Ryan Dev in a year. I mean, he got 10 months left on his suspension. You know what I'm saying? He got 10 months left on his suspension. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna come up with something. There'll be a fool to say this fight doesn't have any freaking financial, like it has no purpose financially. Yes, it does. If they play it right, if Ryan and Devin play it right and start some very sharp, some disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? If they start talking to one another periodically, not going ham on Twitter from here all the way for the next 10 months, but just here and there take shots at one another and this, that, and the other. They're going to keep people tuned in. And then, people over there ripping Haney to shreds right now on X. You got to take them people and keep them actively engaged. And then, it's going to get very, very personal out there with the those people who's commenting to keep that light on this fight. And then when his suspension gets within 60 days, by that time, you're going to be talking about in fight camp. Because most of the time when they start talking about these fights behind the scene, they're getting ready. They're preparing paperwork and everything to make this public. They're telling the fighters, hey, make sure you in camp. This is what we're going to get it at. We're going to get it at the venue over here in Vegas, either at T-Mobile Arena. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it was going to be last time before it got moved to New York. They're going to have it in Vegas. Many more people are going to show up. And then Devin Haney is going to have more fans supporting him this fight because he did everything a champion was supposed to do. And with that support, it's not like Ryan is going to receive an extensive amount of hate because of his positive test, because, he did present some tests that showed that his supplement was contaminated. So it's going to be the yin and the yang at the end of the day, Shawty. That's what it's going to be. This just goes to show Bill Haney and others listen to the hottest chat in the YTC. They listen to the OGWCS in the chat from the bushes. They in the bushes, right? You know what I'm saying? With the audio turned all the way up, man. Come on, bro. I just didn't say this today. I said, man, they gotta talk about this rematch. They have to. Devin has to run it back. This wasn't the first live I did on it. And Devin finally dropped a tweet and put it out there. Let's run it back. Oh, of course. Because you heard me tell you this is the one dance partner that you need. You are not going to be able to establish this type of storyline with any other fighter, because everybody doesn't have the guts, the cojones to do what Ryan Garcia did. It's going to be like an average fight. You're not going to fight Boots. That would be extremely boring. Devin Haney and Boots. Ain't nobody going to promote the fight. Blair Flair Cobbs couldn't promote like Ryan Garcia did. He can't do it. He can't promote it. Mario Barrios, he just had a kid. He definitely ain't gonna come back here with more intensity than he left. He had his first kid. Man, he's a father now. He's gonna come in here all, Yes, I understand what happened between you and Ryan Garcia, but that's not me. Okay, I'm not here. Brother, chill. I respect you, brother. You know what I'm saying? You did everything right as a champion. I respect you. Man, Mario Barrios is not going to give you the heat that you're looking for to liven up this fight. It ain't happening, bro. Man, you got the perfect dance partner, and he's a money maker. He sells ticket. Yes, that's how you get paid. That man got like 4 times with the same punch and the hook. Yeah. Hey, look. You have to look at it this way. It's not like Devin can't box. That's the worst we seen him look in any fight. Okay? Let's not act like he was in fights where he was just getting ran. Yeah, Lomachenko landed some shots on him, but that's the worst anybody has made him look. It's up to Devin to come in here understanding. For one, he understands the power that he doesn't possess. He understands that, but he has to go back in there with a mentality. Him and Bill, whoever, has to sit down, film study, and come up with a solid plan set. Alpha Bravo Charlie to how this fight may potentially go. They may catch Ryan Garcia sleeping and taking him for granted, taking him for a joke that he can go back in there and do the exact same thing. You got. He have to work on his defense. God damn it. He ain't no rookie. He ain't no amateur. He's been undisputed champion already. They would definitely stay out the mid range this time. Absolutely, Carlos. You know that he's gonna keep space. You know what I'm saying? Gauge his distance accordingly. He's definitely gonna be much more defensively accountable this fight. He would be a fool not to, man. He can't just go in there thinking, he no. He got to be defensively accountable this time. There's no way Ryan nor Devin can make 140 a year from now. No way. That's what I'm saying. The rematch of 147 will be much better. You know what I'm saying? Much better weight. And the fight is going to go differently than people think. It's not going to be a one-way freaking thrashing like the first fight. It's not going to happen. Both fighters should, have their energy, especially Devin. Should have more energy. And then it's going to be up to him and his dad to really come up with a solid game plan to make that happen. Shout out to Jessica in the building. Salute to you. The queen on deck. WCS, I saw a pic on the community page. And while the fights that we had in the last 8 weeks alone were top notch. What you mean you saw a pic on the community page? A pic of a fight? What pic are you talking about, Carlos? Explain, please. You saw a pic on the community page, and then you talk about the fights that we had in the last 8 weeks. What's the pic? Was the money shot? No, Dev is not slick. He wants that Ryan payday. That 2.4 million hurt his soul. Well, think about what he got paid fighting Ryan Garcia and what he's about to get paid. I don't know what the percentage, I don't know what the numbers, the amount he's going to get per, the money that is owed back to Golden Boy, and Team Haney gets a percentage of that. Haney put out another tweet. Let me see, can I pull it up? He put out another tweet and said he don't understand. Hold up, let me see. Where is it? I must have been. Let's see. No. He pretty much put it out there that he don't understand why Golden Boy is getting any of the money because they weren't the one taking a punch. He's right, but they are the promoter. So once again, you have to look at the paperwork. You have to look at who's establishing these policies. Who is approving these policies in boxing? So he's right. Golden Boy didn't take any punches. But if their fighter, check this out, if their fighter is the one who tested positive, why are they receiving a forfeiture of his pay? And then Devin gets a percentage of that. That makes no sense. He should get the entire forfeiture pay from Ryan Garcia because he tested dirty. And then you have to look at Devin's argument, if any, if he chooses to, is say, as a champion, I came in on weight. As a champion, I did my part. So any penalties owed, I should get everything. He should get everything from Ryan's forfeiture pay. It should go to the opponent. But that's not the way boxing is, man. Boxing always benefit those individuals who's working with the fighter. The fighter gets freaking effed over so much and put in the oven, and they turn up the temperature and cook them. I'm telling you, man, this shit is crazy, man. Oscar cracked me up with this video. Yeah, he was out there in that infinity pool, right, chilling. And then he flipped them off, man. I'm telling you, this Oscar right here, I like this Oscar right here rather than the Oscar who was fighting. He didn't have no personality. Man, the Oscar that was down here in the A for Triller. Oh my God. Hilarious. Hilarious, man. Even though they say he was fucked up, hilarious, man. It was less than 24 million. I mean, 2.4 million. That was the purse split, 70-30. Devin got no better option than the rematch Ryan for massive payday. Yeah, for sure. But they need to find out some way. Look, this is what Team Haney's need to do. And this doesn't include you, Bill, because we already know how you're going to bring it. And you're at a point right now where you need to take time away from social media too. Because everybody know you're cut and you love being out in these YTC streets. But, the shit you talking right now, people don't take it serious. They'll hang out and listen to it. But they don't take it as information that is going to cause them to have some type of reaction, some type of, emotional reaction to it. Like, if you go there and say some shit like, we're going to go in there and fuck Ryan Garcia up in the rematch, he knows that people are not going to believe it. Devin has to put in the work that Ryan Garcia did in the first fight. He has to come up with some ideas. He has to be very clever and slick this time around, taking shots at Ryan. He has to. Devin has to do this. If his thing is to be on Twitter and tweet, cool. Do a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? Take shots on Twitter, but do it correctly. Don't say some shit where people are gonna scorch you even more than they doing now. You know what I'm saying? Give them a open-ended tweet like, we're gonna see what it's like at 147. Promise you it's different. Something like that. Don't sit up here and make any predictions. Just come out the box and make predictions like, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna beat your. Don't nobody want to hear that, bro. And they're gonna say, man, we don't believe that. Just be slick about it. Just tell them what's gonna happen in the rematch. So you just put it out there, without zipping it up all the way. So yeah, take it for granted, Ryan. You think we're gonna come in with the same game plan? You crazy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, take shots at his peg use too. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you drink more wine than goddamn taking supplements. Little shit like that. Make sure you pour your own wine so it won't be contaminated. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take shots at what played out. If Ryan said his supplements was contaminated, that's where Devin should go. Devin should play into, hey, hope you're not still using the same bottle of ashwagandha. That won't be smart. Don't go on a mad rampage. You know what I'm saying? Just take little subtle shots at him and make it about his positive test, his ashwagandha, him drinking wine all the time, him being a part-time Christian. You know what I'm saying? The stuff with Caleb Plant. Take shots at him with Caleb Plant. Yeah, you better watch out, man. You got a fight coming up. Stay away from these fights. Caleb might walk up and slap you. You know what I'm saying? Just take a little subtle shit. Don't really make it about him and Ryan. I'm gonna beat your ass. It's gonna be different in the rematch. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna knock you out. Don't say shit that people is gonna come at you and say, you know what, Devin, that's not gonna happen. Just learn how to be a smart ass with your jabs. That's all. Talk about everything that Ryan did leading up to the fight. What happened after the fight. Talk about his suspension. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got a whole year to pray about your sins. Nobody told you to go in there and take Ostarine. You better ask God to forgive you. You know what I'm saying? You better make sure you test those supplements this time. Don't come in there, and test positive a second time, bro. We need to make this fight happen. Shout out to my guy Haynes Legacy in the building. Salute to you, bro. Hope all is well with you, man. Shout out to the fam. Jones is in the building. What's good with him, man? I see you on deck. He better run it back. Sometimes he better run it back. Sometimes get back is the only way to get back to what you do. I still pick Ryan in the rematch. Yeah. A lot of people gonna pick Ryan because they have that lens the moment. They still have these still frames in their head. They still have the short video clips. You know what I'm saying? How they took a mental picture of the knockdowns. Devin getting up. They're they're still remembering when Devin's face was swollen. They remember all that. They took a mental picture. So when Jones is talking about, well, I got Ryan in the rematch. It's a lot of evidence as to why people are going to come to that conclusion. It's because of how bad he looked when the fight was over. Yes, he made it to the final tick, but he looked bad. Both sides of his jaws are swelled up. That right there, the closer this fight gets to happening, they're going to start bringing up all this. And Devin these photos and start making memes to sell the fight. You know what I'm saying? It's going to help out. Real talk. It's going to help. They need every area of promo outside of the actual promotion. Everything that people now understand that happened in the lead up to this first fight, all that need to be on display. They need to use all that. Good and bad. All exposure will be good for this rematch. All exposure. All exposure. No freaking theatrics. We shouldn't have to do no choreography and you all meeting. No, man. Don't meet nowhere until it's time for you all to go on fight week. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Mainstream media is starting to call Ryan versus Dev a rivalry. Not me. That's just what I've been hearing through the grapevine. Well, I didn't hear no mainstream media talking about a rivalry. I spoke on a rivalry based off me. I didn't read nothing about no mainstream media talking about this a rivalry. Who would call this a rivalry? I can only go off what I said. You know what I'm saying? I haven't heard or read anything about them talking about this. All I hear is him getting suspended for a year. You know what I'm saying? Him having to pay fines. Him this, Devin fighting. They more so trying to talk about Devin and Tio. Or Devin moving up and fight Mario Barrios. I didn't hear anybody talking about, Devin should stick to this fight right here while it's hot. He should get this rematch while it's hot. Ryan's a big ticket seller. Ride the wave in. Ride it all the way in. Ride that tsunami all the way into the shore this time. That's all I'm saying. Ride it in, bro. JD on deck. One thing for sure, Ryan being Dev's nemesis is a lot better than Dev thinking he is Tank's. That sparring session ended all of that for me. Dev got Ryan problems. That verdict don't change that. I don't know what y'all getting out of that sparring session for real. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why people. I've actually seen Tank spar in person. I don't know why people take so much into sparring when they didn't have to see a commission to spar. They didn't have no contract, in that to spar. They wasn't getting any commission. There wasn't any concessions to this sparring session. Like many, there was no paycheck at the end worth millions. It was none of that. It's no press conference. It's no test weight. It's sparring. So for them to show the sparring between Devin, but then when the fight was going up, with Devin and Ryan Garcia, then we saw the sparring between Devin and Ryan. And supposedly by the same person, man. What's the point? What's the point, man? Why do they want to show sparring? Look, the most fucked up part about that sparring, though, Jones, is the fact that when Tank was mad at somebody else on the sideline, Devin went over there, and to me, that's the mentality you gotta have. Just like Ryan Garcia had a point deducted in the fight, Dev got to come in there and get meaner. He has to have that menacing mentality like he did when he was in sparring with Tank. When he came up there and sucker punched Tank from behind, and it didn't do anything. Oh man, I looked at that thing so many times, man, I had to laugh off camera. That shit was hilarious. Like, dude, when you have full range, no no movement from your target. Your target is idled. Static display, dog. And you land one of your power shots, man. And Tank just turn around and get up. He assumed the defensive position. He didn't even stumble to the ropes or nothing. Oh, that was hilarious, man. That was absolutely hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. That was hilarious, bro. When when Devin sucker punch freaking Tank. Tank didn't even move, dog. Tank didn't even move. He just turned around. Oh, that's you again. I'm just saying, Devin, dog. Man. Come on, bro. You sucker punch the shit out of Tank, man. And he didn't stumble. I can see if he would have stumbled into the ropes, and then you commenced to them, putting some more punches together and lighting his ass up. But when you had all, I don't know if you pulled a punch. It didn't look like you pulled it. But man, you landed a punch and Tank just turned around and looked at you and got back to business. It was hilarious, man. Oh man, that was hilarious. Smash that like though. WCS cooking. Appreciate you, man. Everyone that's in the building, hit the like button. Appreciate that. Toby, all good, bro. Thank God. Hope life is treating you well. I think Dev heard your last live. You was telling him to lay off. It was foolish yesterday. I think it would be. That wasn't the only live I told Dev to maintain energy with this freaking rematch because there's individuals busy want to make this about Ryan cheating. Who gives a fuck, man? Ryan cheated. He got suspended. If you really support Devin, you should be talking about him rematching Ryan and getting the bag. Y'all niggas up here just talking about preschool type shit. You can't change the suspension. If he agreed to a year suspension, the year suspension is in effect. Talking about it over and over again, and no matter what negative or what insults or aspersions that you place upon Ryan, it's not going to change the severity of it. It's already a year. It has 10 months remaining. It's not going to get any worse. You know what I'm saying? You talking about, oh yeah, he got to come off money. It don't matter. It don't matter what money he's coming off of. It's not hurting him. It's not hurting him, bro. That's all I'm saying. It's not hurting the man. Just like earlier, I put up here. Look what this dude put up here, right? This what Ryan put up here. Ryan said, Mom has cancer, being sued, supplements was tainted, going through a divorce. Devin asking for my victory to be taken away. I'm getting hit with everything, he said. You know what I'm saying? I look, I don't feel any empathy for him because he has it way better than a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? He's making millions. A lot of us cannot say we are. Um, he has a lot to the point where he can get up and go travel at the drop of a hat. A lot of this situations that he's talking about was things he's gonna experience now, like his mom getting older and had cancer. That's something that he can't stop. But all the other stuff with him getting sued and all this other stuff, listen, that he gonna have to walk through this, and I'm not sure if he know the severity of it. But hey, that's him. He got to deal with it. He said boxing will be all right without me, but sucks. I was fun in the game, and it was fun to punch people. I may retire. I'm done this game. Forget I existed. Everyone, I'm out. And look, just the fact that he's sending out a tweet where it seems like he's having fun once again. He's making light of this. Seriously, anybody reading that, does that seem like a person that's seriously concerned? Do you read it and feel bad? Does it make your heart burn? No, it don't make your heart burn. It don't make your pulse speed up. Hey, shout out to Haynes Legacy for the $5 super chat, lighting up the tree of life. For WCS, I appreciate you, Haynes. Always supporting the channel, man. Thanks for letting me know. If y'all donate to the Cash App, please let me know, because I'm definitely not checking my phone for Cash App. You know what I'm saying? So let me know. Most of the time I find it when I'm off the phone. I mean off the live rather. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate you, brother. One love to you. No doubt. Bill Haney need to employ the OGWCS to run Devin's social media for the next year. Man, hey, if he did that, he would have to leave me alone. Just let me work with Devin. I don't need to work with Bill. Just let me work with Devin. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about getting on here talking. I'm talking about giving him some freaking insight on how to have personality. That's all. That's all. He don't have no personality, man. All the shit he put on there is gonna be obvious. He gotta know how to play mind games with Ryan. For real. He has to know how to play mind games, man. You're not gonna get through the Ryan Garcia talking about shit that already happened. In the ring and what you're gonna do when you get back. No, don't make it a physical attack. You know what I'm saying, with your words. Put some humor to it. Make it a little bit comedic. Talk about the shit that he got punished for. You know what I'm saying? Talk about that. Talk about that. I'm enjoying the money that you had to forfeit. I'm enjoying that. I spent that on a steak dinner easily. Steak, lobster, all that. I spent it well. Went shopping. You know what I'm saying? Just do light shit. You got 10 months. Make it light. Don't go in here and go all in and try to say, oh, when the rematch comes, you'll see, I'm going to knock your ass out. No, people already heard that, bro. They're going to say, oh, you knock him out. They're going to show you sucker punching Tank. And then they're going to have somebody goddamn making a face like, really? Dev can't hurt Tank. That's the synopsis I got from sparring video. It's a lot of people that's going to agree with you. I mean, I agree with you. Oh my God, I can't even put a mental visual. I can't even close my eyes and think of. Man, Tank was just be on the hunt. I think he'll start off faster in there with Devin, because Tank starts off just to see and kind of gauge someone's power. That's all. He do test, Tank test. You know what I'm saying? To see how much mustard it has on it. Besides that, oh man, if he know Devin is not gonna be a problem, oh my God, it would get vicious. And I'm gonna tell you, Tank, his fast twitch fibers when he throw punches, God damn. The world got to see Dev truly can't hurt Tank. Caskin said, I don't know why y'all talking about it. Tank and Dev fight. It ain't happening. You know, unless Tank is gonna move to 147, it ain't happening. It's not happening. Tank is talking about fighting Shakur Stevenson, Lomachenko, or something. You know what I'm saying? Him and Dev won't happen, bro. No, nobody's really looking for that fight because they see how Tank handles fighters with respectable power, and how he sit up there and just stalk him and stalk him and stalk him. And then when he start to deliver, it gets nasty. Cats can say Dev got older, but hell no, the Tank ain't even cracked open 20. No, he ain't cracked. I mean 30. He ain't cracked 30 yet, but he's 29 years old, bro. Let's be real. He's 30 years old coming up. He might well say he's 30. You know, in boxing years, you might well say he's 30. Dan Tan, what's good with it, brother? Good to see you in the building. I know, man, when I saw Sucker Punch coming from there, I expected Tank to fall over or something. He kept yelling at the crowd. I was like, oh, no. Oh, man, that shit was hilarious. God damn, man. Right then and there, I would have said, you know what, man, my goddamn pinky finger dislocated, man. I gotta get up out of here. I couldn't allow myself to continue. But Dev showed heart, you know, tenacity. He showed courage in that, man. He was fighting. You know, he was fighting, man. Real talk. He was fighting, man. I can't say just because of one punch. I mean, they was boxing at the they was sparring. They had headgear on. That's all. Now take the headgear off. I don't know now. I don't know who would have been left standing. That's all. I don't know. Expert Genius, what's good with it, bro? I don't know who would have been left standing now. That's all. Shit was hilarious though, man. You know what I'm saying? Tank say, who is that tap me on my head? Oh man, Devin just sucker punched. Oh my God, that's embarrassing. I ain't gonna lie, it was embarrassing, bro. But hey, man, I gotta roll up out of here, man. We gonna definitely do a live panel this weekend, man. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game in this. You know what I'm saying? Until next time, man, y'all hold it down. And once again, salute the Haynes legacy for the $5 super chat, man. Much appreciate your support. And for any others that choose to support the channel, man, there go the Cash App. I'm out. Peace.